Hello and welcome to It's 90s TV, where we talk about all things 90s TV and celebrate the awesomeness that is them. Today we're going to talk a little bit about series finales. We love them because it ties together everything we love about our favorite shows into a nice tiny little package. But on the other hand, it does mean that our favorite shows are ending, which really sucks. But usually in series finales, even though it's a sad time for us, it is also happy because it usually ends with some great moment, bringing everybody together, having everyone be together, or some funny moment. Everything will be all peachy keen, unlike Dinosaurs Behind Me where everybody died. But hey, they were dinosaurs. That was kind of in the cards form, wasn't it? But in the history of 90s TV, there has been some great series finales, but there's also been some really, really bad ones. The best has to be Boy Meets World. Corey, Sean, Topanga, and Eric all go to Mr. Feeney's classroom, and they all start to tell him how much he's meant to them in all their lives, and tell them all the great things that he's done for them and everything. I mean, come on, I'm a grown-ass man. I still drop a tear for that series finale. That breaks your heart. Especially at the end when Mr. Feeney's like, I love you all. The man should have won an Emmy for that one. Now, one that I originally hated but I've actually grown to love is actually the Seinfeld one. I hated it because it felt like the whole thing was like one big flashback episode where it's like all these characters that we've like loved and everything before, and then we get to see them again. But they just say why Jerry and the gang are like did them wrong. If you think about it, it actually really is funny because if you think about all the stuff that Jerry and Elaine and George and Kramer have done, like they've done some horrible things to some very nice people that did not deserve it. So it's kind of like they got what's like coming to them. Even though we love them and they're awesome, you finally get to see a repercussion for all those actions that they've done. And the final scene, one of the final scenes with Jerry and George, where Jerry's telling them about the whole button thing, how it's in the worst placement, was a very hilarious and great nod to those of you who remember the first episode when Jerry had that conversation with George. I think it was at the diner, and he's talking about the button placement was all wrong. It was a very funny kind of bringing it back to the first episode. I feel like the Full House finale was a major cop-out. Like, it wasn't even a real finale. Like, nothing major, well, I shouldn't say nothing major happened. Michelle fell off a horse and lost her memory. Big whoop. I feel like the writers kind of took like an off day on that day. The show is ending tomorrow. Michelle falls off a horse and loses her memory. And then she gets it back. And then we all become a family again. Granted, we did get to see Steve come back, and so Steve and DJ got back together for DJ's prom, which kind of led to the door opening maybe for a future episodes where Steve moves in because they get married, and then the house continues to grow, and more people live there because it seems like nobody can ever leave. Lastly, I'll just come out and say it. I will just say it. The Roseanne series finale pissed me off. We've learned that ever since she got the writing room in the basement, everything has been like a fabrication story that she's been writing and like ways to cope with everything. Like Dan really had a heart attack, David was really with Becky, and Mark was really with Darlene, and Jackie was a lesbian and her mom wasn't. Like, it was like everything was changed. However, I do feel really bad for DJ because nothing changed with him. Like, Roseanne didn't change anything with DJ. My head exploded. I will admit it was the great twist of events that I never saw coming, but at the same time I was just like, I've been watching like this the whole time and like everything's been like fake. But with that, it's all okay. I'm glad it kind of ended that way because I hated the last like season and a half of Roseanne. Like, it just got to be horrible. Like, they were having like when she was like doing all these like dream episodes and weird episodes and themed episodes. Like, they were just really bad. Like, the beginning was the best Roseanne anyways. So what were some of your favorite 90s TV series finale? Leave them in the comments below of some of your favorites or least favorites. Click subscribe up top so you can see more 90s videos, and don't forget to always be a 90s kid.